All right, all right, all right, all right. Boom! Hello, hello, I'm live. Yes, okay. It's good. It was being a little bit funny there, but yes, hello. And welcome, everybody, to tonight's fantastic, amazing, super scary dinosaur action on Magic the Gathering Arena, as it always is. Hopefully everybody's, I guess, about, not a week, but a few nights off for myself. Just tired, very busy at the moment. You get home, by the time you do other stuff, you kind of just fall asleep in bed, and that's about it. So we're back. Dinosaurs never, well, I guess they do sleep, but I'm never stopping playing them. I don't play as much at the moment, a couple matches here or there, but it's basically like riding a bicycle, I guess. But yeah, hopefully your week's been good. If you're watching right now, later on, maybe the week was pretty rough, but at the very least, we're going to have a very good, stampeding, devastating time right here. And basically, as it always is, best of 3 ranked Pioneer. So going back to whatchamacallit, how big, I don't know, I forget exactly. Return to Ravnica, come to think of it. But the list, as always, in the description. And if anybody ever wants a rundown of exactly how the deck works this way to play dinos, happy to answer a question. Primer as well, video based primer in the description. A link tree to the Discord, even though, well, I'm falling asleep the past few days and just catching up on rest and doing other things. A little quiet, but that's all right. We always have a good time with lots of lovely people. Mad Dad Lab, how is it going with you? Yes. Oh, I know that feeling. Dino cheesecake was. I got my fantastic coffee right here, black coffee. Just made an entire pot, and I'm ready. I'm fired up to get the job done. But coffee and cheesecake would actually be, that would be pretty good. I think we have some ice cream or something, but it's always nice to have a dessert with coffee. Maybe we'll see. But getting to the thumbnail sake, this is a different art to the art that I used. Earthshaker Dreadmaw, a fantastic, extra thing. This could be other dinos that are a 6/6 in trample. I was using the Balam T-Rexor, I believe it's called, from Final Fantasy, the only dinosaur we got from that set. But I don't really care too much about gaining the 3 life when it enters. And then you can spend 2 and you forest cycle. So you get to search your library for another land with a forest type, which is good. You keep hitting the land drops. But I was basically never doing that part. I'm kind of pretending that ability doesn't even exist on the Balam T-Rexor. So you remove that, and it's a 6/6 trample. Whenever it enters, you gain 3 life. The 3 life, not that great. Don't really care too much about it. So we could, it's not really going to save me 3 life. So we could kind of remove that, pretend it doesn't exist, and then we're left with a 6/6 and trample. But if it's a 6/6 and trample, I would rather use this, which would, well, certainly get me a whole lot more. It'd be nice to draw this later on when I have a few dinos out, perhaps. I can't bust through what the opponent's doing. I don't want to attack, land this, draw, reasonably 3-4 cards. Even if it is just 3 cards, I mean, that is just amazing. Absolutely. And it could also get haste, of course, because it is a dinosaur. Gaining that from the Palani's Hatcher or the Regisaur Alpha, everything is about
ruthless aggression.
Yeah, absolute ruthless aggression. And where is he here? Earthshaker Dreadmaw is going to accentuate that, I guess. It's going to give us more gas, basically, is what I'm getting at. And later on, feels good with dinos out. Later on, Balam T-Rexor or various other creatures would not feel as good. If this is put down with all the dinos that Ghalta puts down, Earthshaker Dreadmaw is going to pretend as if those dinosaurs were already on the battlefield. So I would draw just an absolute ton. A Lurgoyf dino. Ooh, that would be... I might as well. I mean, something that costs, maybe 1 in a green or 2 in a green. I think a lot of the Lurgoyfs cost 1 in a green. They're a creature type that cares about various stuff in the graveyard, certain card types and whatnot. If you have more types, the Lurgoyfs usually get more powerful. I think pretty much always get more powerful, but there could be a dinosaur with that sort of ability, and although graveyards do have lots of stuff that hates against them, it's not a surefire way, a surefire plan, but it could be a nice little backup. You have something that's cheap but grows pretty big, either based on your graveyard or the opponent's, or maybe combined in total. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure. Sideboard wise, I'm Weathered Runestone. I don't know about you guys if you've been playing in Pioneer on Arena here, but I'm facing a lot of dastardly Greasefang, the legendary creature from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, cheating out a big vehicle. A vehicle you have to crew, and Greasefang gives it haste, brings it from the graveyard. Not good, not good. Weathered Runestone stops that. Grafdigger's Cage does not. This is quite similar. It's better than Grafdigger's Cage. Of course, Grafdigger's Cage only costs 1, but it only stops creatures. This stops everything. An artifact, vehicle. It's not a creature in the graveyard, so this preventing that. Grafdigger's Cage is not, and it stops, a couple odd sort of combo decks that we might run into. So we'll see how that goes. But I say I'm at 7 minutes, less than 10. That is pretty good. I think we jump right into it. Maybe about an hour and a half, possibly. Don't forget to take a big bite out of that like button. And oh boy, wish me luck. And not a whole lot of luck. I think we're going to get the job done. It does stop Storm the Festival. Absolutely. It stops Storm the Festival the first time, just because those cards can't enter the battlefield from the library. It basically turns off Storm the Festival, and it could hurt Angel decks, Collected Company, or Kayla's Reconstruction, I believe it is. Basically, you search the top however many cards and you put some stuff on the battlefield. Weathered Runestone stopping that stuff would be pretty darn sweet. That hand, not so sweet. Not even a castle or a sunken. Those pair of lands that create an explosive, accelerated amount of mana. Only a Sylvan and 2 Ghaltas. That's not bad. Sometimes that's not bad, but well, never mind. We just went from bad to basically perfect. If we can go off with the Sylvan Scrying, we're well, what do we got here? We got Angels or Greasefang. Probably, hopefully it's not it. Oh, it's Celestia. Humans. Yeah, keep saying hello. Yeah, we get the drill. Yeah, oh boy. I mean, we're not dead yet, of course. I mean, hopefully they don't have... Good, no counterspells. I was a little bit worried about counterspells, but at the very least, hey, turn 4, we got 7. That's pretty good. They can't really stop Tyrranax Rex. Collected Company, as I said, Weathered Runestone would have bought us some time, but I'm not going to start off with Weathered Runestone. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're dead. Almost certain. Maybe if we play a Vaultborn Tyrant next turn, but I don't think so. Yeah. It's an aggressive deck that went first. You can't win. It's not like you would ever consistently expect to win against that. Sometimes you just lose.
Dang! Oh.
But we go to Weathered Runestone. The Collected Company part, getting free stuff, it's not like it's the deck's entire strategy. That is only 4 cards in the deck. They could just easily play a bunch of creatures that they have, and Weathered Runestone really wouldn't be stopping it too much. Fog, yes, definitely. If I had fog, that last one, that first game, I have to imagine we would have survived one more turn, and we were on track to play Ghalta. So yes, definitely fog. Earthshaker Dreadmaw, as I mentioned, it's the kind of extra thing, a really good extra thing to get even more extra things, but that, take it out. I'm not sure why the guy said, well, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but I'm not sure why they said hello a ton. Maybe they're just being extra friendly, or they know who I am. That hand, not so great. We only have a castle and a forest. 2 fogs is nice to stop this aggressive deck's aggression, but this hand is definitely better. 3 lands, one of them, the part of the pair, the Sunken or the Castle. I mean, I would like to go with Vaultborn, but humans have a lot of ways to, well, a couple ways to deal with creatures. I think this opponent is probably 1 win away from getting into Mythic, and they're super excited to maybe play against something that, well, I don't know why they keep saying hello. Your guess is as good as mine, but I think those fogs are really going to help us buy enough time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Archdruid's Charm. It's actually quite a fantastic thing. Next turn, we couldn't have played it this turn. Thalia is unfortunately taxing us. I'm going to take 3 any day. Any day I'll take 3. Hopefully they don't have another Boseiju who endures. That would be rough stuff. We're making at least 7 next turn. Now possibly I will go with Fog. If I knew I was drawing a land next turn, I would probably go Fog. Okay. Why not? Castle Garenbrig time. Hopefully. And cross your fingers. No other Boseiju. Taking out Castle Garenbrig with their own Boseiju would be rough. They're a second one, I guess. Ooh, that is actually pretty fantastic. Yeah, we'll go with Stomping Ground. We could surprise the opponent next turn. We're able to play Ghalta. Of course, I'm hoping to get a Regisaur or a Palani's Hatcher. Possibly surprise them. A very sneaky win. I don't know. Is it? It's not. I got Fog. What do you think? I have nothing for aggressive decks? I could kill him next turn. Honestly. Oh. Do I like that? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I wish this person would just kind of quiet down or something. Goodness. I think we should be safe with the opponent's aggression. Maybe everybody can't be a Reflector Mage. Okay, you do what you gotta do. Alright. But I got a lot of big stuff. They're not attacking. That does not make any sense whatsoever, I would say. Very confusing from the opponent. Guess I'll just play another Vaultborn and watch him quit. Probably quit. Okay. It's a commercial district, might as well. We have 2 fogs now, which is lovely. Sylvan Scrying, only grabbing a land. Of course, we don't need that. We wait. They could do funny business stuff. And collected company, hoping Reflector Mage is not found. Another one. That's okay. As long as my stuff is bigger or big enough to trade with those creatures, we're good. They don't attack. They've basically lost at this point. Nobody is going to attack because mine at least trade. Yeah, good. That's what you get. No, just go with a Ghalta and watch them lose. That's what you get. Fog saving us quite fantastically. Oh, man. Beautiful. Absolutely. It's a bit of life. I mean, I don't see them coming back. I have 2 fogs. Even if they have a counter spell, not necessarily a counter spell, a human who could temporarily exile a spell, you get the idea. A backup fog, I would stop damage being dealt, but still, I think they basically have to block with everybody if they can even live. I haven't done the math because there's no reason not to attack with everybody that I have out. The ruthless aggression for sure. Actually, never mind, I have 3 fogs. Of course, they're probably feeling pretty good. An aggressive deck going first, as they will in Game 3. Coming up right now. Ooh. We'll see. Of course, you can only surprise somebody once. Maybe they'll forget that I cast Fog. Maybe they'll try to be aggressive, bait it out, hope that I don't have my 1 of 4 copies. Well, you never know. I beat them once, and this would be a pretty fantastic way to start the night for sure. Neffel, watch out. All right. Move my microphone. Better position. Ah, there we go. That's better. Maybe they're raging, roping. That's not going to work. Okay. 100% better. Well, we got 6 green with all those 4 lands there. We got a fog, buying us time. Play Carnage Tyrant. They can't do anything about it. Whatever human could temporarily exile somebody, oh, it doesn't matter. We're going to get him. Oh, and an Archdruid. This is the best of the best, pretty much. We won't use Fog this turn. I don't see them getting anybody. Oh, Thalia's Lieutenant is pretty good, putting a counter on Experiment 1 plus Experiment 1. Oh, I guess not growing. Huh. Okay, that's all right. We should still be quite safe. Hopefully Archdruid gets to go off. I see what you're doing. They could power up a lot of stuff, but still, we should be safe being at 18. We'll take the chance to go and grab that other Sunken, because they could hit a Thalia, which taxes Archdruids, making it cost 4. And I only had 3 lands out. Oh, look! Boom. How about that? This is actually feeling pretty good. We play Carnage Tyrant, and I still have 2 left. We just got to buy time. Possibly surprise them with the Fog next turn. Top deck, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant off the top. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, yeah, no. That would be a stunner. Although I think the opponent might play perhaps a little bit more conservatively. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fog time. I hope. Phew. Oh, good. Ghalta off the top for the win, almost. Yeah. Well, it's not Ghalta, but we could play a Vaultborn Tyrant, which would be pretty... we can't. Well, that's no good. Do I want it to be a Carnage? I guess so. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Do I have enough to survive next turn? I don't think that's going to be the case, but perhaps by the skin of our teeth, something like that, too. So we got 5, 8, 9... Okay, I don't think it's going to work. I'm pretty sure not. Six, maybe. Down to 1. Huh. Huh. Now that is interesting. I mean, I'll certainly play it. Definitely. Man, no, that's not. The other Thalia having everybody enter tapped. It really does hurt quite a bit. One Thalia is bad enough, but both combined, that Thalia, Heretic, Cathar, non-basic lands and creatures enter tapped. That's pretty much seals the deal right there. But yeah, no, you got your win. You're an aggressive deck that beat a less aggressive deck. Ooh, surprise. No one should be surprised. But yeah, that's how she goes. I've faced off, strangely I guess, a lot of aggressive decks. But of course it hasn't been a very big sample size over the past few days, but feels like a lot more aggressive stuff. Hey, I got a thing that will sometimes get me wins against a deck, a type of deck that's pretty much always going to be rough. The hand could work. We don't know if they're discard or not. They could go Thoughtseize or Duress, ripping the Sylvan Scrying from my hand, and we would be crying quite a bit. Just in case that is the case, we'll send Regisaur to the bottom, keep a very strong... I mean, we're going to be getting there. We should be, with everything that is... Well, thought it would be a Thoughtseize, but fortunately, not the case. It's just Golgari Landfall. It's going to be rough. Pinging us with the Iridescent Vine Lasher is... Oh, okay. Yes. Saz's Chocobo. 1 green for a 0/1. New one from Final Fantasy there. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a counter on it. It's just going to get bigger, scarier, quite a bit more deadly. Pinging, little creatures. This could be certainly quite rough. We got to grab that Castle Garenbrig though, absolutely. Next turn is Archdruid's Charm, playing the castle, and then Archdruid's to search for the other Sunken. But this deck the opponent is using, it's not the most aggressive deck in the world, but it is, you know, pinging, chipping away, creatures that can grow pretty big and provide quite a bit of value. We might not be quite fast enough. It appears like if we played some early creature, it might buy us time, but of course the opponent could quite easily. Tifa, Lockhart. I've seen some people suggest it, wonder about it. Whenever a land enters, double Tifa's power until end of turn. That's not great. This deck is all about having lands enter, and yeah, not a pretty sight whatsoever. We're not dead this turn, but kind of. Oh, not that. Yeah, not good. Not good. Yeah, no, that's pretty much dead, I would say. If we had went first, of course, there would have been a much better chance. But Fog, that is going to be the time-buying thing. Of course, it reasonably, I guess not so reasonably, but if you can steal game 1 against an aggressive deck with a Fog, if I started out with it, that would really give us a definite fighting chance. But then we're at least guaranteed to go first another time. Well, it would be in game 3. If we lose game 2, we would go first in game 3 and have a fantastic advantage. But Fog definitely also helpful. Tifa and Scale Up is going to be, yeah, Mad Dad Lab. Absolutely scary stuff. We'll see what the opponent has. I know what they are. It's not the most aggressive deck, but 2 Sylvan Scryings, a Commune to dig, hopefully, for another Sunken or a Castle. I feel fine, and a Fog as well. We have, technically, all the lands, all the mana we'll ever need, even though we only have 1 Sunken here. If it didn't have a Fog, I probably would have mulliganed, tried for something a little bit better. But that Fog definitely pushed over the edge for me. Oh, Commune going down. Oh, no. No. Yep. Commune. Gone. We know the drill. I have one land. Stop me from getting two. Let's get on with it. This person. Oh, my goodness. That's a goof. An absolute goof. Oh, you can't be doing that. Duh.
Oh no. Anyway.
They screwed themselves. That's probably going to lead to them losing, honestly. Of course, an opponent not familiar with this deck, as this opponent is not familiar with my deck, and if they knew what I was going to do, they knew the potential, they probably would have done things a little bit differently. Now, though, they do have Field of Ruin, which ties into their landfall. They destroy one of my non-basics, they get a basic. Not so great. We need another Castle Garenbrig, I think. It might as well. Although Commercial District is good. You know, let's get a Castle Garenbrig. 2 castles, 2 sunken. I like it. I mean, hopefully they don't use Field of Ruin here. Maybe they are also not thinking quite right. I have 2 castles. If you take out one, it doesn't do anything to take out a castle at this point with the second one out. The smarter thing to be doing would be a sunken. Fortunately, I will be playing that Vaultborn Tyrant. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, there isn't a thought. Oh, okay. Bristly Bill as well. This is a pretty interesting Golgari Landfall. But Vaultborn Tyrant, though, is going to be like, oh, we can block whatever. Even if somebody is big, too big enough to trade, I'm fine with that. Yeah. I hope they kill it. I mean, I hope it's destroy base removal. Getting another copy of Vaultborn gains some life. We're already making 7. Depending what we draw next turn. If it's a land, we search for Ghalta. If it's Ghalta, we'll search for another land. We'll go with Sylvan Scrying, spending 2 to grab a forest or possibly a Stomping Ground. Playing that as our land for the turn, untapped. We would still have 3 left for the Archdruids, which would be quite nice indeed. So, yeah, well, we'll see. Traveling Chocobo. Hey, I don't care. Attack with it. 6, 7. Vaultborn Tyrant might be able to hopefully trade with them. Oh. They did the dumb thing. Oh. Think. I only have 1 castle. You can only activate 1 castle's ability. That doesn't make any... I'll take it. Yeah. Good. Of course, I do imagine they have another piece of removal. Some piece of removal to kill the Vaultborn token, the copy that's about to be made. Maybe they'll goof up and try to fatal push it. The mana value of... Oh, there's Ghalta. Huh. I think since they used Field of Ruin on the wrong land, okay. Sylvan Scrying, yeah, you know what? Let's go with Sylvan Scrying, another Castle Garenbrig, just to pad it quite nicely. Then we got the Archdruids. We have Ghalta. We know we will be making a massive amount, but just in case, you know what? Let's try and do some damage. Possibly take out the Traveling Chocobo, though. I think that would be nice with Archdruid's Charm right now. I don't think they have any removal. If they did, they would probably have used it. Attacking, dealing damage. Oh, maybe they do have something up their sleeve. Hopefully not. But if they had removal, they probably would have used it on the Vaultborn to stop themselves from taking damage. So good. That thing gone. And they're certainly not dealing 23 damage this turn. Ooh, okay. Well, let me think. Weathered Runestone actually could help a fair bit. Traveling Chocobo. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast birds from the top. But, look at this, Weathered Runestone. Non-lands, so they can play lands from the top, but they can't play birds from the top. That aspect is not a crazy thing. Weathered Runestone is not going to help that much. But I think it is worth noting at the very least, stopping them from casting birds from the top. Again, not that impactful, not impactful enough. Yes, alright, well, hey, it was a long week possibly for you. Hopefully you get some good rest, and yes, thanks for joining me as long as you possibly could. And yeah, Weathered Runestone is not enough to turn off maybe a little bit of this card. Yeah, keep it as is. Hopefully they stumble a little bit. Even if they don't, I still think we have a fantastic chance. Maybe the opponent is going to learn from their mistakes. Again, they took out one of the Castle Garenbrigs, having 2 copies. That's alright. Sometimes that's where I get wins. I'll absolutely admit that. I'll take any win I get, anytime, anywhere. That's really what I'm here for. And, of course, having a good time. That hand, not a good time. It's quite a bit better. Regisaur will send to the bottom, mostly again, just because Palani's, as always, is 3 bodies in 1. Could come into play. Thoughtseize, well, Archdruid's charm is gone. I can guarantee it. 99.9% Archdruids goes. Unfortunately. No, at least we did draw land. We will be hitting the land drops for the first few turns. I could reasonably get a Commune next turn to dig for a Sunken, a Sylvan Scrying, another Archdruids, maybe. Or just draw Sunken itself. It's not a terrible scenario that we're in. Regisaur Alpha, don't need that. We need the Sunken. We need something that will get the Sunken soon, faster. Maybe I would have kept the Regisaur Alpha on top instead of the graveyard if I didn't have the Palani's Hatcher already in my hand, but we'll see. We play land. It's not rocket science. Oh. I think they were thinking of using it now or waiting until I maybe had something that would get me a land. Maybe. I don't know. We'll never know, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. It's too bad. I would have been playing Vaultborn Tyrant this turn coming up, but that one Archdruid's nuts. Yep, stuff's getting big. That's probably going to be it. They've dealt too much damage at this point. Oh, if the Sylvan Scrying was 1 turn before, I mean, that would have changed things drastically. We would have been playing Vaultborn now. Or Carnage Tyrant that turn. 12 basically dead. Of course, I do expect them to have a land, something that gets a land. Yeah. Well, that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. The fog. Now, that is interesting. Do I want to... You know what? Let's go with Carnage Tyrant. And we got the fog. We'll stop him. Play Vaultborn next turn. Yeah. But I can also play Vaultborn next turn. Plus have enough for fog. If by some miraculous chance they don't attack next turn. But they must. They're going to. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, they're definitely attacking. Okay, yeah, it made a lot of creatures. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. It's fog time. Hey, one turn. We bought ourselves one turn. Oh boy. All right, two big things. We're at 7. I like it. Maybe. Of course, we still could be dead, but we do have two big things to block. I think it's a slim chance we could survive. Maybe one or two life. Or just dead. The pinging from Iridescent Vine Lasher really could do us. And Tifa, that's not going to do it. Oh, okay. Well. Commercial, hopefully seeing a Ghalta. Crossing my fingers for that. Oh. I mean, Commune 6. Yeah. That's what we want. Even more life is really where it's at. Yeah, you know what? Let's commune. Let's dig for Big G. Oh!
What in the hell just happened? How did he do that?
Whoa. How about that? Never count this way to play dinos out, at the very least. Of course, traditional, aggressive dinos, very different, but oh, boom. Stabilized just a bit. They can't bust through. They had the thought seizes, and it just didn't matter. We got them. We got them good. Okay. Nice to have a little bit of redemption, at the very least, after that pesky humans match. Guess we'll see if got something good. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, it's going to be a rare wild card. Actually, I want to see. Oh, motion detected at the back door. Seeing if it's a deer or a oh no, it's just a cat. Looked like a raccoon for a second. We do actually get deer. Some of you might know this, but walking up the sidewalk at our house right at the back door is pretty cool, I must admit. It's not fun to hit them, I can tell you that much, but it's just nice to see bigger wildlife around. Yeah. Hopefully, Earthshaker Dreadmaw comes into effect a little bit tonight. Sometimes the card I add, it doesn't, unfortunately, but you know, that's how it goes. That's, well, it would go towards a loss if we kept that. One cat, that's not much better. Yeah, no, I'm not keeping it. Okay, oops. We send the creatures to the bottom, keeping all the lands, keeping it as stable as possible. If this opponent has thought seizes and duresses, we want to be getting there. If we get there, we'll be able to play anything, but if we only have creatures, it doesn't really matter. Because we won't be able... Oh, and the Ghalta. Okay. Don't go thought seize or duress. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me go Sylvan Scrying. You know you can't... Oh my. This is not good for them. I think they might just quit. If they had some hand hate, not good. Or they could have been waiting, keeping that mana up for a fatal push or something like that. And they goofed up big time. Big time. We're going to play something for... Oh, Graveyard... Oh boy. Oh boy. That's the first creature you play. Well, watch the first creature I play. Yeah.
Dang!
Kill that. I dare ya. Do it. Shield Rid is, well, it's not that great. Now, keep in mind, this is a very important part. I thought this would come up tonight, and I'm glad it did. Earthshaker Dreadmaw, when it enters, we draw a card for each other dino. It's not May. We're forced to draw a ton of cards, and you might not want to do that. Now, let's figure how many Earthshaker will draw. It would be 4 in total. We'd lose 8. Nah, just Carnage Tyrant. Let's not lose more life than we have to. But I would have, yeah, there would have been 4 other dino. Yeah, so I would have drawn 3 cards. I would have lost 6. We would have been down to 17, which I guess is not a terrible amount. Yeah, Earthshaker, I would have been better. That's alright. The opponent basically has no chance whatsoever. We'll search for another Ghalta. We don't find it. Do I like T-Rex? You know what? Let's go with T-Rex. Let's Rex him, I guess you could say. Yeah. Absolute ruthless aggression.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
I'm gonna have to call a couple ambulances there. I know they're not dealing 22 next turn. Hey, I took out the big flying demon, Shieldred, Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I put them into a coma. Their head is spinning. They won't know what to do. And they weren't even eating cheesecake. My goodness. Yeah. We could possibly trim Earthshaker Dreadmaw just because there is the potential of Shieldred the Apocalypse. I might be a little bit apprehensive of playing the Earthshaker like I mentioned there. It's not a May. So Earthshaker could enter. I might have 5-6 dinos out. If I have 5 or 6, I probably don't need Earthshaker as the body itself. And I don't want to draw the cards because I could lose 10, 12 life. It's not unreasonable to think that you could lose 12 life. And that might not be good. That hand could be good. They're going to have hand hate this game, I can almost guarantee. But I don't have those cheap spells that search for a land. Watch this. Oh. Not even a Thoughtseize or a Duress. Turn 1. In the first 2 games. That's fine by me. Field of Ruin is certainly quite rough. We'll go with a... I don't think they'll use Field of Ruin on Sunken. They'll save it for a Castle Garenbrig, probably. I'll play Castle Garenbrig next. Oh, no, that is good. Now they're going to use it coming up. But they might not. I'm going to take the opportunity just to get the Sunken down. If they don't use it, it's a complete goof because I would play T-Rex next turn. But at the very least, I will be playing Carnage Tyrant. Shieldred the Apocalypse. Maybe she'll block T-Rex. Oh. Hopefully they don't make me sacrifice Tyrranax Rex. But now still, they might pop that field. It could be Shieldred's Edict. Force me to sacrifice T-Rex because it is the only creature. Okay, well, I guess you have nothing. Of course, they don't know I have another castle. If they knew I had another castle, if they had used Hand Hate, revealing my hand, they would have targeted a Sunken, I think, because, well, I got the backup. I'm ready to go. Ready to kill them. If they don't kill me, they're dead.
Gotta talk to him. Yeah, go ahead. Come on, we'll give you a table.
When nature calls, run. That's for sure. Smoked. Completely smoked. No chance. Man, that is a lovely feeling for sure. Certainly a lovely comeback. But one more match at least, I would say. Hopefully it's Azorius Control. My favorite match of all time. I don't see that ever changing. Well, I guess my best match and my favorite matchup. Watch it be the humans again, or angels, or that Greasefang. Dastardly. I would rather if one of these was a Sunken or a castle. Okay, it could be worse. Could be quite a bit better, but of course I would never have kept that if I didn't have the Archdruids. Getting the castle or the Sunken, hopefully drawing one of those two, or a Commune next turn, or Sylvan. Oh, okay, wow. Boom. There you go. Hopefully they don't have hand hate. This is Orzhov something, maybe. Well, you got something. Look at my hand. Play creature. Humans. Gonna save some mana for removal of a creature I'm not gonna play next turn. that was not good. Definitely. Oh, it is Greasefang. Yeah. You're Greasefang, you win. You did the big thing on turn 3, getting Parhelion 2 out of the graveyard. Greasefang crewing it, and it gets haste, so they make 2 4/4 angels that are also attacking, plus this as a 5/5. You lose. You just lose. There's nothing. Again, I'm not going to start off with Weathered Runestone in my deck. I could. Of course, Earthshaker Dreadmaw is a little bit extra. Weathered Runestone could. Worst case scenario, Weathered Runestone does absolutely nothing to help me win. Earthshaker, worst case scenario, is a 6/6 trample, haste, possibly draw a card with the Vaultborn, but that hand's going to do it. 2 castles and a sunken, not ideal. I don't have a Weathered Runestone, so I don't have to worry about the opponent's hand hate. Getting rid of that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll use Commune. And a commercial district. I want forests to help the Castle Garenbrig enter untapped. The other one that's still left in my hand. Okay, watch them discard a big vehicle again. No, well, oh boy, looks like they're playing. Oh boy, never mind. A second sunken on top. If they don't get Greasefang turn, it's not a terrible thing. Sky Sovereign is definitely a lot better than Parhelion. They're only hit. They might not kill me next turn. Keep that in mind. If they don't kill me, I would kill them. Oh boy, I just have to live. I just have to live. No hand hate. They have to have a way to discard Sky Sovereign. I don't have any instant or sorceries. Ooh, that's rough. Don't have another. No, 6, 8. We're not dead. We're not dead. Which means... Didn't I have Ghalta? Why didn't I have Ghalta? Did I put Ghalta to the bottom? Or did I grab Karma? I must have put Ghalta to the bottom. Which sealed the deal. Why did I? I'm going to have to watch that back. Maybe I need more coffee. It seems like a goof on my part. Huh. You win some, you lose some. Another one. That was fast enough. But it was a Greasefang. Let's just cross the fingers it's not. For whatever weird reason, Greasefang is just popular. No good reason that I can see. This could be Greasefang. Sir Chicken. Well, I'm keeping that. I mean, we're on track for 7. Turn 4, if we can go off with that Sylvan Scrying, of course. And we will be Izzet Phoenix, or I guess basically Izzet Cutter, Izzet Aggro, whatever you want to call it. This hand is looking absolutely divine. Wonderful. Also quite nice to go off with that Sylvan Scrying. We don't have to worry about a potential of a Spell Pierce because they use their blue right away. Commune with Dinosaurs is definitely going to be... Oh my goodness, they played Corey Steel Cutter. Oh, of course, the lovely classic, I guess at this point, Corey Steel Cutter. Vaultborn Tyrant, 100% what we're grabbing. We're able to make 7 next turn. I mean, we could have grabbed a land, but I like Vaultborn a little bit better. They have to spend at least 2 mana. I don't think... Oh, no, that's not great. I mean, it is good that they're spending everything. They'll probably bounce Vaultborn Tyrant into the Flood Maw for a single blue as My bet, at least. But we're gaining 3. I don't think they're killing us. Oh, well, never mind. That could be it-ish. Gain 3 special. As long as we live, they die. That's what it's all about. This deck has to spend their mana to do their thing, which means they have nothing left to hopefully stop me. But I'm pretty sure they have some spell to bounce Vaultborn. I would be highly surprised if that was not the case. Into the Floodmaw, as I said, hashtag pre-recorded. But we're at 19, huh? 6. We got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay. One more. Oh, so you're just dead. When nature calls, run. Because you're not stopping me for 1 blue, 1 red. Whatever it is, peace. Nah, let's leave this. I guess I could have done. It doesn't matter. They're dead. They could bounce Regisaur. They could kill it, but still, we're getting enough life that good luck. Yeah, mouse over all those lands. Think, oh, my opponent hacked or something like that. Yeah, too slow. It is nice to call a fast deck too slow. Of course, I don't think they'll make that mistake again, but do I like a fog? That really could be quite beneficial. Stopping a lot of the boost if they get a, yeah, well, no, natural state. Taking out an artifact or enchantment with a mana value 3 or less, that's hits a lot of key stuff. Stops a lot of aggression. It would take out a Corey Steel Cutter. Maybe they play it on turn 2, spending their only 2 mana. And then I respond with natural state. They don't even have 1 monk made. Good. Good. Or artist talent as well. Again, they might not. Yeah, they might not even have Arclight Phoenix. It seems like Arclight Phoenix, the usual thing that was played with this deck, it's kind of gone to the side, or yeah, it's not the main focus. Corey Steel Cutter, just play your spells, make more creatures, make them bigger, because whenever you cast a non-creature spell, those monk tokens get cast spells and win. Basically, you don't really have to think a whole lot. I didn't have to think much about that first hand or the second one, though. That's going to be it. We have to keep something at some point, of course. Yeah. Kind of hurt to send Ghalta to the bottom. It's going to be a little bit rough here. Sunken, hopefully on top. I think natural state is quite fantastic. Hopefully we see a Sunken when we use Commune with Dinosaurs. Even if we don't, we're going to have 1 green to get rid of Corey. Artist talent, maybe. Nah, got to be a land. I keep up with the land. So, well, I guess kind of unfortunately it is commercial district, and Stomping Ground is good. Just make sure we get there. If they play Corey Steel Cutter this turn, we take it out. Spend 2, you know you wanna. Do it. Do it. Play it for 2. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll definitely have Stomping Ground enter tapped. I don't have to shock myself for 2. No real reason. I might take out Artist Talent, though. That would be good. If they completely tap out right here. They're digging. They're really digging. Kind of slow. It's slow for me as well, but this is also quite beneficial for our chances. They haven't done a whole lot. Okay, good old treasure cruise. Maybe it's going to get rid of Arclight Phoenix from their hands. No, guess not, huh? Play land this turn, play Quarry Steel Cutter. Do it. I could see that happening. Oh, Prof's Addictic Memory. Well, that could be rough. Let's just take it out. I think that makes sense. Oh, and it's... Well, that's basically perfect right there. Sunken Citadel. I didn't have anything I could have played that turn. Sunken or a Sylvan Scrying to get a Sunken or an Archdruids. Yeah, lovely. Now I'm just glad they won't be making things bigger. Prof's Addictic Memory, that can get away from people. This deck is all about drawing and discarding. So at the beginning of combat, the extra cards an opponent has drawn past the first one, well, they put counters on a creature. They could have drawn reasonably 6, 7, 8 cards in a turn, depending on what they have out. Treasure Cruise, they just drew 3, plus Artist Talents, abilities. Yeah, you can see. It's not great. But at least we're only hit for 2, I guess. Or I guess not. Oh, that's kind of odd. Why didn't Quarry Steel Cutter make a creature? Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Vaultborn is bounced. They put into the Floodmaw at least one copy into the graveyard, exiling it with one of the treasure cruises. Yeah, I'm sure they have another. Okay. Cross your fingers it's not exile-based damage removal. Probably will be for 2 or 3. Whatchamacallit. Name's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, no, you can't do that. Yeah, we made a token, but they might bounce the token, and of course the token, not the original creature. The token just disappears. It's not like you put the token into your hand or something like that. But if we get Ghalta next turn, I mean, that wouldn't be terrible. We would only put a Carnage Tyrant onto the battlefield, so that's not great, but it's 2 big things, and we just hope they run out of gas. Natural state, though, taking out Quarry Steel Cutter next turn, if at all possible. Yeah, digging for something to stop them. Don't get your bounce spell. Don't do it. Oh boy. Well, they got it. Oh, they always get it. Nuts. Oh, they finally got an Arclight Phoenix. I was thinking that card just wasn't even in their deck. So we will be hit for 8. That's kind of rough. Completely flooded, land-wise. Oh, wow. Two, that's okay. Nothing we can really do is going to have a big impact right now. Although, I kind of like an Archdruid's Charm. Yeah. Don't have 3 left over. 15. I mean, I don't think there's a chance that we live next turn. Carnage Tyrant is not really going to save us. Well, maybe it will. I'm hoping to surprise the opponents. Take a bit of a risk. Search for Ghalta with our... Oh, it's a, no, that's not going to do it. Not going to do it. Wasn't much of a game, but yeah, natural state. We'll keep with that. I guess I could have guessed Sir Chicken maybe was Izzet Phoenix. Those pesky graveyard chickens. That hand, I think it's quite reasonable. We don't mulligan. We keep all the lands, all the cards in the opening hand. We're not down one. Do I like T-Rex? You know what? I don't think we need T-Rex. I want to dig. I want to get closer, of course, to something that gets me a castle, or the castle itself, or the castle itself. All right. Good. We'll go with commercial district. We have to go with commercial at some point. You know what? Keep Palani's Hatcher on top. Hoping that they play Corey Steelcutter next turn. We'll natural state that. Or if it is Artist Talent, we'll also go with natural state. But Corey Steelcutter would be absolutely ideal. Play it, play it, play it. Do it, do it. Oh, das not. But whenever they play that, we'll get them. Get them good. Maybe they'll spell pierce this for a single blue. I could see that happening. Okay. I play this game too much. Of course, I still feel in a pretty good position. Would have been nice to dig for Sunken Citadel, though. Then to play something. They'll make the monk, but they get only one monk. At least they won't make another monk. That's what I'm talking about. And this one doesn't have haste, so we're not hit for anything this turn. Oh, and 100%. They're tapped out. Can't counter something when you don't have any mana. Usually you can't counter anything. But we should be on track. Playing Vaultborn next turn, I hope. That's what we're looking for. I mean, they could have a counter spell, but still. That Corey Steelcutter being gone, oh, perfect. Test the waters and see what they have, I guess. Oh, well, nope. You know what? They might have a counter spell. They might have removal. Just play the thing that they can't do a single thing about. At the moment, my clock is definitely better. I think they might have had a counter spell. Yeah. We'll see what they discard when they cast something with Artist Talent. They get that trigger. We'll see. We'll see. Oh boy. Treasure Cruise for 3. Really? Huh. That is kind of interesting. Oh. Play land. They will get that Arclight Phoenix out, I think. I feel like that's going to happen. Yeah, you can't bounce it. You're not doing it this turn. They could if they have a total of 5. Into the Floodmaw, costing 1 blue, plus the Ward 4 of T-Rex. But still, that would be their entire turn, and I don't think they want to be doing that. I don't think they're going to be dealing, well, I guess 19 coming up here. They have to spend mana to probably bounce it, but still, I gain 3. T-Rex is hitting them. But I think that's it. I feel pretty good, sending out one of these emotes here. Yeah, no rest, no mercy, no matter what. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Let's not get too excited. Okay. If they attack with everything, they're done. T-Rex only has to hit with 1 point of damage. Oh, they will bounce it for a total of 5. Interesting. At least that's what I... Okay, well, that can't happen now. Done for. They're not dealing 19. Maybe they are. How many phoenixes? Oh, okay.
What in the hell just happened? How did he do that?
Oh, well. Well. What a fantastic way to finish things off, taking down Izzet, Phoenix, aggro. Again, that's pretty much the main point, but definitely the point to be made is Corey Steelcutter. We took that out at a good moment, a good time. Stabilizing, and also T-Rex. I mean, that is the thing. I guess I could make myself a little bit smaller, but we're almost done here. Yeah, T-Rex, the guy just over my shoulder there. No, there, right there. All the time. Well, I'm never cutting that thing. You win with that alone, and then sometimes you win by playing Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, win on the spot. Beautiful. Perfect. Massive creature, hard to deal with. I love it. All right. Hopefully everybody had a good time watching right now. Later on, whenever it is, take a big bite out of that like button, and well, we'll see if I do another stream tomorrow night, hopefully. But again, things are pretty busy. I'm not going anywhere. It's just, you know, a little bit more sporadic than I would like. And yeah, have a good rest of your time zone. Get some good rest, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?